Hello guys, good afternoon. There's something I want to say about free thinkers. I'm not here to insult free thinkers or to talk down on free thinkers, but one thing I would say is that I prefer to be called a realist than a free thinker. Yes, and I will tell you why. I prefer to be called a realist than to be called a free thinker. And it's not because being called a free thinker is bad, but just because there are most free thinkers that believe that the concept of right and wrong is based on relativism. And I actually do not believe that, because I believe that there are some things that are based on relativism, but then there are other things that are not based on relativism but on objectivity. There are things that are based on objectivity. Some things are objectively true and some things are also objectively not true. So rather than being called a free thinker, I would prefer to be called a realist, because as a realist, most of my thoughts are not just mere philosophy. Most of my thoughts are testable and provable. They are testable and provable. They can be tested and they can be proven. So that makes me a realist rather than a free thinker. And we should understand the fact that free thinking is not the same thing as right thinking. Because if your free thinking only means that you are allowed to think freely, it does not mean that what you are thinking is right. Because some of the positions of some free thinkers are not testable, are not provable, are not even verifiable. So most of them are not even realist, because most of their thoughts are not realistic.